You won't believe what comes next after you get so many tattoos that no one can recognize your face. Well, I hope you're having a great day, because it's time for the Odd News Weekly Digest, the show that talks about the craziest news on the internet. And this week, we talk about hot dog spills that block entire highways, and you have to stay to the very end to hear about the crazy discovery that might just be the legendary Ark of the Covenant. So make sure you get comfy and get yourself a snack, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos, and let's get into the craziest news of the week, starting with number 1. The King of Ink, Britain's most tattooed man, got so many tattoos he became unrecognizable, and now he can't watch this. So this right here is the King of Ink, and he's the guy who has the most tattoos out of everyone in Britain. I mean, just look at him. He kind of looks a little bit like a reptile. No, not that kind of reptile. But anyway, with the new verification checks to access these adult websites, he's become so unrecognizable that no websites are allowing access, barring him from watching any adult content, which is the funniest plot twist ever. Who thought a tattoo or two could end up in you being banned from accessing what you want to watch? Since this verification needs to check the face, he's always getting errors like please take away your mask, and that has caused him to stop getting access to all these websites. You know, it's overall really funny. It's a random side effect that you never would have thought of if you got a tattoo, but the King of Ink does make a good point. He asks questions like, what does this mean for the disfigured or people who have facial abnormalities? Which is actually a good point. That's a pretty fair point, actually. So, yeah, maybe now he'll find other ways to get his verification checked because maybe he really needs to get on those websites. But remember folks, not too many tattoos. You never know what you could lose access to. Who knows? Who knows? One more tattoo, maybe they'll say, well, we never seen you in our lives. You're unrecognizable. You look like an alien or a reptile. Or Mark Zuckerberg. Is the Mark Zuckerberg reptile joke still funny? Is it? I'm doubtful. Anyway, from funny news to bizarre, strange, very irresponsible news, we got number 2. Parents abandon their 10-year-old son at the airport so they don't miss their flight. I mean, really? Really? This is bizarre, but it's also very infuriating because you're like the worst parents ever. This family was at the Barcelona airport when they learned that their son's visa had been expired and he couldn't board the plane. So they decided to do the dumbest thing ever. They just left him there. That's right, they just left him. Now apparently that's not the whole story, because they went to call a relative who could pick him up while they went to board the plane. I mean, they really didn't want to miss their flight. They couldn't wait with their kid until he got picked up. What's up with that? And when they finally boarded the plane, the pilot made a call asking people if they knew a 10-year-old boy who was lost at the airport. And guess what? They didn't say anything. They just stayed silent. I mean, at that point, you gotta be worried as parents, right? Like, what happened? What's happening to my son? Why is he lost at the airport? I should go check on him. But no, they just kept their mouths shut and, they as parents, honestly. Did the relative even confirm that they were on their way to pick up the son? Like, what's the story here? Why'd you just leave your son? This makes no sense. It makes no sense, honestly. But yeah, they were removed from the premises when the authorities found the kid, so that's good. But when they were asked about it, they just looked unconcerned. And, that made the authorities really alarmed, so I don't know what's happening. Apparently, these parents are still free, their kid is at home, and they're living fine, no legal action or nothing. But, I think the entire internet can agree that they need to go to jail. Just kidding, I don't know if they need to go to jail, but you know, they need to be canceled. The internet can cancel people, right? We could do that, so I guess that's it. Oh, these are horrible parents, what the? Why would you leave your I don't even understand. Anyway, moving on to something a little bit less about family. People have been stranded on this roller coaster for the 4th time this month. The newest ride in the Cedar Point amusement park in Ohio is apparently the US's first ever tilt coaster, which is a new kind of coaster, apparently, that breaks off and then reconnects. So, it's a completely new design. But what's crazy is that this ride has just opened, but within a month of its opening, it's already had people stranded 4 different times. 4 times. How does that happen 4 times? And it's still open? How does that happen? That's gotta be illegal, right? Like, you gotta close that down. Like, even after 3, you gotta close that down. Why did you reach 4? What? 1? What? I don't get... I'm confused. Why would you even want to ride it the 4th time if it's already had people stranded 3 other times? That doesn't make sense. I'm excited to ride this thing, man. Aren't you excited? But I did hear that people got stranded on this thing recently. Oh yeah, well, I guess people get stranded. I guess that happens sometimes. Yeah, I mean, people got stranded, but they only got stranded 3 times. So, what? 3? Yeah, it only happened 3 times in the last 3 weeks. Get me out of here! Get me out of here! I don't want to ride this thing! I don't want to ride this thing! But yeah, all I have to say is police, FBI, CIA, Homeland Security, someone, can we close down this roller coaster? Cause they keep keeping it on, and people are getting stuck all the time. I'm so confused. Can we just shut it down? Shut it down, please. It is a funny story though, because why do people still want to ride this thing? At least I haven't heard of any reports of any injuries or any deaths, so that's good. But if your thing is getting stuck at the top of a roller coaster, maybe this is your go-to place. So have fun. It's a little weird, but have fun. Speaking of a little weird, moving on to some dumber stories. A major highway was closed down due to a hot dog spill. A hot dog spill. Interstate 83 in Pennsylvania was completely blocked after a multiple vehicle incident. And this accident caused thousands of frozen hot dogs to flood the street, making them completely impassable. That's right, hot dogs. Hot dogs all over the street. All over the hot dogs, all. As far as the eye can see, hot dogs. Like, you couldn't make this up. You can make this up, hot dogs. Hello, boss, I'm driving right now, but I think I'm gonna be late to work, so. Okay, what's the reason this time? It's just that the highway is blocked, so I can't get to work. Oh, the highway's blocked, huh? Blocked by what? Yeah, it's just blocked by hot dogs. Hot dogs? I swear I'm gonna fire you. No, please believe me, don't fire me, it's hot dogs, I swear. Look at the road, it's all hot dogs. Please believe me, please, I can't lose this job. But yeah, apparently authorities have got to work and they've cleared out all the hot dogs from the road and now people can pass. So, the hot dog apocalypse is now over. But I wish I could say that hot dogs were all over my road. Bruh. Wait, pause? I don't know. But that's a funny story. Hot dogs spilling everywhere. What's not to love? But speaking of love, on this week's edition of World Records That Shouldn't Exist, but actually do, this woman who loves golf breaks the world record for the amount of golf tees in her hair. Anna Benesh, a woman who loves golf, has always wanted to break a world record in the Guinness Book of World Records. So she asked her friends for some help to break the record around something golf related. And apparently, this record was inspired by a man named Joel Strasser, who's well known for breaking records by putting stuff into his beard. But man, you know what I realized after reading this? The more I read record-breaking stories, the more I realize I can do this. I can do that. Put stuff in my hair. I just need hair. Put stuff in my beard. I just need to be genetically capable of growing a beard, which I'm not. So I guess I can't do that. But seriously, a few stories ago, we had people popping balloons, and apparently that's enough to make a world record. So, you know, I swear I could do something. If I put my mind to it, I think I can break a record. This girl put golf tees in her hair and now she's featured on Odd News Weekly. Maybe I could be featured on Odd News Weekly as a record breaker. Oh my god! Wow! I swear next time I'll be reporting on my own record-breaking feats. But maybe I need to focus on learning how to grow a beard, which I can't do genetically. But yeah, this is a real cool story about a woman who loves golf, who got some friends together to break a record. It's all fun, it's all happy, it's all great, it's all nice. Next time it's my turn. Maybe I could break the world record of the most delusional man to ever exist. But yeah, congratulations, Anna, and I'm coming for that record. So watch out. Well, speaking of world records, here's some more. In the UK Dog Surfing Championships, yes, that's a thing, 3 more world records were broken. In the UK Dog Surfing Championships, pups and their people get on board, and it was an event full of record-breaking fun. The records broken were most human-dog pairs paddleboarding simultaneously, the fastest 50-meter paddleboard by a human-dog pair, and the most challenging of the day was the most dogs on a single paddleboard. And they got 12 dogs to fit on a single paddleboard to break the record. That's crazy, 12? How small are these dogs? Or how big is this paddleboard? Because 12 is a lot of dogs. But this event was all about having fun, so they got veterinarians to check on the dogs' health and make sure the dogs were having the most fun they could possibly have safely. You know what? Watching all these dogs and people having fun, it's a wholesome time. We need more wholesomeness in this world. Not like those parents who left their son because they didn't want to miss a flight. I'm still mad at you. We need to cancel that. So yeah, congratulations to all the dog and their people at the UK Dog Surfing Championships. Very strange and very weird, but cute and wholesome. But moving on from wholesome to something a little bit more serious. Iceland gives its people and its tourists a very simple warning. Don't walk on the lava. Yes, you heard me right, because people are they need to be reminded to not step on the lava. I mean, it's lava. It's lava, guys. Have you ever played that game called The Floor is Lava? What do you not do on the lava? That's right, you don't step on the lava. So why do people walk on the lava? Apparently, fresh lava can look solid, but it takes up to 2 full years to completely cool down. So please, don't be that idiot who falls into lava just because he thought that that thing was solid when you're on a volcano and it's covered in lava. No! Don't step on the lava. Did the Icelandic government really have to say, like, don't step on the lava? It's like, please, don't touch the fire. Like, please, don't shoot yourself in the foot. I don't know. But look at these people. Look at these people. They're walking on the lava. That's not safe. You never know when you could fall into a pit of bottomless lava. So, it's so simple. I mean, if you die, that's almost your fault. I don't think the Icelandic government really had to warn you. That's up to you. You stepped on the lava. It's so simple. Okay, so don't step. Just don't do it. Just don't step, just don't do it. Please, God, just don't do it. This got me really riled up. But it's a good thing our next story is very wholesome. Because this guy has a beard made of 1,000 bees. Beekeeper Johnny Abu Riley has gotten some internet buzz about his stunts with bees. Get it? A buzz, a bees, you know, buzz, a buzzing, bees. I'm clever, right?
Bruh.
But yeah, I know. If you're not a fan of the creepy crawlies, then you might want to look away, because he's covered in thousands of bees. Just look at this video of him covered absolutely with not much that he's wearing for protection. It makes him look like a supervillain, honestly. Like, you know, maybe Ant-Man needs a villain called the Beekeeper. Marvel, hit me up. Hit me up. I got some good ideas, I swear. And honestly, the first look is enough to make you squirm. But really, as I've learned more about bees and how much we actually need them for, you know, spreading pollen and helping out the flora, I've realized that these guys are actually really cute. Like, look at how cute this bumblebee is. It's so cute and fuzzy and cute. Come on. And this beekeeper doesn't really wear much protective gear, but they're not messing with him. That's really cool. And Johnny's goal is to educate people to show just how important bees are and how cute they could really be. And man, you got a fan in me. Let's save the bees. Let's save the bees. Let's save the flowers. Let's save the economy. Oh, there's no saving the economy. But we can save the bees and we can save Mother Nature. So I think let's start there. I love bees. They're so cute and they're so great. You know what I don't like? Wasps. Wasps are evil and huge and scary. And all they do is not spread pollen. They just want to hurt you for no reason. I don't like wasps. But now, speaking of something that's actually really cool, Japan is developing this plane that runs without fuel. That's right, this vehicle here is flying in the air without using a single drop of fuel. It's running on nothing but human effort. And of course, Japan would be behind this. You know, they're living in 2050 in a lot of ways over there. They're so advanced. Like, they even got planes that are bikes. Bike planes is what this thing is. It's a bike plane. But it's amazing that you can actually get off the ground by just pedaling. This entire aircraft is made of very light materials, allowing the wings to get some lift and glide. But still, it does take a lot more energy to pedal in the air than you would on the ground. So the flights don't last very long. But just imagine what you could do with a little bit more development. Maybe in a couple years, you could pedal to space. Pedal to space. Hey man, I'm gonna go now. Just heading out. Oh, have a safe flight, man. What airline are you taking? Yeah, I'm just gonna take my sky bike. Your what? But seriously, that's a really cool story and we do love anything green. So, big ups to Japan. But moving on to the final story and the craziest, most important story of the week. This new discovery blows the mystery of the Ark of the Covenant wide open. So if you already didn't know, let's give you a little refresher here. The Ark of the Covenant is a legendary relic from the Bible that disappeared thousands of years ago. And this relic is so mysterious because allegedly it's a conduit for divine power, being the thing that apparently helped Israelites cross the Jordan River, making the walls of Jericho fall, and even inflicting plagues. Inflicting plagues. Inflicting plagues. Can you do that? No, you can't. This thing is magical. In Tel Shiloh, Dr. Scott Stripling has said to have found a monumental building from the Iron I period that completely matches the description of the tabernacle, just as described in the scripture. There's a lot of information to read up on because there's a massive discovery, but you know what it sounds like to me? This sounds like the beginning of an Indiana Jones movie. I can already feel it. A relic of divine power, a grand discovery. I can already hear the supervillain making his scheme for world domination.
Right.
It's just, it sounds like a movie. I think this is the beginning of a movie. So do you think this thing could be the real deal? And could the real deal really have this much power? Well, this might just be the start of this archaeological bombshell. Or the beginning of a quest for world domination. I mean, who knows? It depends on if you're evil or not. That's where it starts from. But this is very interesting, and I really want to see where this goes. Or maybe I'm just way too into conspiracy theories. But this thing, man, it's Ark of the Covenant. This is a crazy find. Incredible. Yeah, maybe I am way too into conspiracy theories. Who knows? Oh well. But what I know for sure is that I want to thank you for reaching the end of the video, and that concludes our episode of Odd News Weekly, where you can get the craziest news on the internet. Remember, guys, you have to let us know your favorite story from this week. You know, if you've heard something crazy, leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos. And remember, folks, stay odd. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!